Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I have a cold, so I'm sorry. You see, I have a lot of papers here and there. Anyway, it is what it is. I really wanted to jump on the live. It will probably not be a 2 hours long live, but I'm super happy. Why? Because we won 3-0 in a game that I have to admit that I was a bit worried. I was really worried about the game of today. I knew, because of the fact that we lost against them, that we would have taken it really seriously. But you never know. The start of the second round against the Sassuolo that has put us in difficulty in the game that we played in their home. At the moment, the only team that was able to beat us in Serie A or this season, 23-24, because in Coppa Italia, we didn't lose any game. We played 2 and we won 2. We are in the semi-final against Lazio. So I was a bit worried about Berardi, about Loriente, about their ability to play higher, and they always believe in it. Well, today I have to admit that at a certain moment, they give up. I was worried also because I see here in the chat immediately someone that said, Beppe, you remember the word euphoria, because I remember when Max Allegri said Shatterstar the first time, he said, I feel too much euphoria in the team, too much euphoria. The team is a bit too enthusiastic and there is no reason. So we have to calm down a bit. And after that, we lost against Sassuolo. He said the word again before Sassuolo, so I was really scared to hear that word again. But he didn't say, I feel euphoria. He said this time, if we are aware, we grew in the single players, individualities, we are aware of what we are doing extremely well, we deserve the 46 points because of the team cohesion, but we have to continue like that, because if we start focusing too much ahead, etc., we could lose, and it's not the moment to enter with euphoria. So it said it in another way. So we have to say that when he say the word, not always we lose, which is a good one. Anyway, we have to speak because I see here already Fyodor has said Bremer the wall, beautiful performance. Do we want to start with maybe the man of the match? We will do in a second. First, let me say thank you for 21 months of Last Samurai on the channel. Keep the pressure on Inter. We have a -2 with the possibility next week, if we are doing our job, if we are doing what we have to do, means winning against Lecce in their home, which will not be an easy game. I already guarantee you that. I can already tell you. We have the possibility to go virtually at +1 on Inter, and that's psychologically a big pressure that you are putting on the Nerazzurri. But I agree with you, and thank you for continuing to be a member, like Ali, that is saying do Shan Vlahović. And I think that with the 20 months of Ali, it's time now to open the poll of the evening. We go with 4 men. You know that we always have to put 4 men. So, men of the match. I want to start, obviously, with Dusan Vlahović. I want to put Locatelli there. I want to put the third one, that is Szczesny. Today, Szczesny, mamma mia. And then I want to put also Bremer. I agree. So 4 names there. Of course, I would love to put more, but you know that I can put only 4 men. So I put these 4. You have the opportunity to choose. If you don't agree with the choice I've made, let me know also in the chat who you believe was the man of the match if you don't find him there. But I believe today one will win deservedly. Takishi, grande Takishi, 6 months with us. Ciao Beppe. I'm very happy with this convincing victory, and I hope that Morocco wins too tomorrow for the African Cup. I'm extremely curious also to see what South Africa is doing at the moment, because I'm watching a bit when I have spare time. They are losing 2-0 against Mali. Mamma mia. It's the 93rd minute. I was not expecting that. It's a disaster, huh? It's really also Tunisia, they lost at the 88th. Mamma mia. Coppa Africa is a real disaster in terms of prediction. All the big teams, or they are drawing or they are losing. Anyway, let's come back, and hopefully for you, Takeshi, tomorrow Morocco is able to win. I would be happy for you and for a lot of Moroccan friends that I have. So thank you for 6 months, my friend. Now, speaking about the game, well, watch. This says a lot. 3-0 Juventus. I have to say that I had a lot of fun in the first half, where it looks like it was a Coppa Italia game, with Juventus that had absolutely the intention, but immediately and from the beginning, to play. I saw a lot of diverse combinations. On the left, we played on one way. On the right side, we played in another way. I saw some really beautiful things that were studied there, so I really enjoyed a lot of things that Juventus did today, especially in the first half, where Juventus played up front with a lot of men over the midfield of Sassuolo. We'll go through the statistic in a second. You know, they're already prepared nearly everything here. You see the players. We will go to the stats. We have a lot of things to discuss today, of course. Huh? But no, I was extremely happy about how Juventus played. Then I didn't like the first 15 minutes of the second half that were for me not good. Not that Sassuolo was that dangerous, but they were starting to have the possession. They were starting to play too much with the ball. We were a bit out of nowhere. We were again blocking every attack, but they were starting to put us in danger with some shots from outside of the box, some inside of the box, which I didn't appreciate. Because you know it, a deflection, Szczesny that is not saving a ball, it's 2-1, and that's the mistake that we are doing against teams like Sassuolo, giving them the opportunity to believe that they can do it. They already beat Juve, they already beat Inter, and when they know that they have the possibility to believe that they can do something, they don't hesitate, and then they transform themselves. It's a bit like the Transformer team, how I call them, Sassuolo. When they see that this is possible, and we were about to give them that dream, luckily, from the 60th minute on, Juventus, they said, you know what, now we will manage the game. We will not press her, we will not push, we will not accelerate, because it makes no sense. If we have the opportunity, good. So it was not the fantastic, spectacular game, but Juventus in total mature possession of the game. Intelligent in the way that they were managing the ball. I really, really, really love that. Thank you to Matthew that was together with me on the Juventus channel on YouTube, I believe he was. That was keeping with me the conversation here, and now he's changing from Juventus YouTube channel, is coming here. Thank you, Matthew, for a fantastic, beautiful donation. And he's saying, Beppe, I started watching Juve during lockdown cause it was the only sport that was on. I never thought I would love a team more than the Lakers, who I followed for 25 years. I love Juventus and this community. Thank you. Oh, ragazzi. Oh, if we start with that donation, if we start with the love shown by Matthew for Juventus, what can I say? The only thing that I can tell you, Matthew, is this. The only thing that I can tell you, Matthew, is Forza Celtics. I'm sorry, Matthew. I had to do it. I had to do it. I really had to do it. Forza Celtics. Oh, grande. I'm super happy. I have to admit that I'm super, super happy about the performance, about how Juventus played, about the environment, about the energy of the stadium, about the people in the chat, about the way that we played, about the fantastic performance of Dusan Vlahović, but extremely performance of Dusan Vlahović. And I know why. I know why Dusan Vlahović played the way that he played. And I will show you, without words, I will explain you immediately why Dusan Vlahović played well today. Let me go here. The reason is here. Look, that's why Dusan Vlahović played well. Since the moment that he showed that picture, it's one banger performance after the other from our number 9. Oh, thank you. I don't know what's the name of the girlfriend of Dusan Vlahović, but I think, oh, ragazzi, it's not Allegri, it's not Chiesa, it's not Kenan Yildiz that is pushing, it's not Dusan Vlahović that says, now I have to upgrade my game, I have again to be back mentally. It's thanks to her. So thank you to the beautiful young lady that is actually making sure that Vanya is the name. BT, she knows everything. Thank you, Vanya. Grazie, because the performance of Dusan Vlahović since that picture with Vanya, her top performance, but seriously top performance, one after the other. You remember the assist that he did, I don't remember, against Roma, with, according to me, his most beautiful performance of 2023 today. I don't know, probably even topped the performance. Dusan Vlahović today, he goes with a goal from outside of the box that reminds me of the goal that he scored at the 99th minute against Atalanta in the 2-0 that he scores after the goal of Ealing in a really difficult game that the referee didn't want to whistle the end. Do you remember that game? 2-0. Fantastic goal of Dusan Vlahović. The goal was nearly exactly the same. Then Dusan Vlahović is not stopping there because he's going with that free kick that reminds me another goal that he scored against Roma. Boom, boom. Was it against Roma that he touched the bar, or was it the other game against Spezia or Spal? I was there. No, Roma. Roma is touching the bar. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful, extremely beautiful goal from Dusan Vlahović. But it's not only that, because the goals are important, are extremely important, especially because, I don't know if you know, but he is actually the player that scored the fastest brace from outside of the box of Juve since 2004-2007, when Opta started collecting the data, maybe even before. So that means that nobody was able to score a brace from outside of the box in 37 minutes, and he's able to do it. But I preferred also the other things that he did, like putting pressure, complaining a bit towards the second half, but not that much, staying in the game, focused, pressure, some beautiful assists that he tried to do to his teammates, a beautiful dribble outside of the box. I saw him also giving some support to his team, going and tracking back to give some support defensively. Oh, celebrations that were right celebrations without controversy. Today I have to say, here, 5-star performance. If you go on Booking, if you go on restaurant rating, and you type in Dusan Vlahović, they will give you the 5 stars performance of Dusan. The second man that I really want to praise, and I don't know if you are voting for him or not, yes, 8% is still second, is Locatelli. The performance of Locatelli today is also 5 stars. A real maestro today. That's the Locatelli that I love. A Locatelli that was able to do not only the defensive phase, but double phase, offensive, defensive, really precise in his pass accuracy, dictating tempo, accelerating when needed, slowing down when needed, present up front, on the left, on the right. At a certain moment, you also saw him on the right side of the field. I really appreciated the performance of Locatelli. According to me, these two are fantastic. And on top of that, I want to put also the other two guys, Szczesny. That save that he's doing, the first one was already beautiful on Lorientè in the first half. The second save that he's doing on one-on-one against Berardi, it was already a beautiful save. Then when I'm watching the replay and I see that ball is deflected, the reflex that he has, the reaction time that he has he was already on the left, going back on the right side, it's just fantastic. It's just incredible. And then he's not shaking with his right hand. No, today, bravo. Thank you, Matthew. Really appreciate it. And I'm super happy that you become even more a Juve fan with the games. And you are actually on the right moment to support Juve. I don't know if we will win this year. I don't know how long we will compete. I don't know what Juventus will do this season. Will we continue or not? But I can tell you something. As Allegri said, we are building for a really beautiful future. And if it's not this year, it will arrive in the upcoming years, because Juventus is again doing the right things, as we were all waiting for since actually too much time. So super happy to have you on with us, Matthew. Thank you for the donation, Mohamed Youssef. Thank you, my friend. My team is beautiful. Mohamed Youssef, and that's also the things that I love, has always been here in difficult times, in beautiful times. Actually, in difficult times, he was always there to motivate the team, to spend beautiful words for the team where we're not doing that great. When we're starting to do great, he was starting to be a bit more severe with the team, expecting more for the team. And I like that philosophy. When you're doing bad, okay, guys, we can do better. But we saw this, we have to continue to do that, because not everything was bad. When we are doing good, great, my team is beautiful, but we can do better. There are things that we can do better today, like, for example, the performance of Miretti, that according to me, yes, he took the free kick for Dusan Vlahović, he did the assist of Vlahović, so it was not a disaster performance, but he was not 100% on top. He was, according to me, one of the not good in the games, and I didn't like also how Weah entered. Weah not 100% neither. For me, Miretti first, then Weah not the best ones. Then after the votes, we will go of the best. We will go towards the flops of the game. In a second, I will already close here the best. Thank you, Mohamed Youssef. Thank you, Faris from London, UK. Finally, our team is looking like a compact team. Hopefully, we don't get to the weak mentality days. All support and love, Pepe. Thank you, Faris. Really appreciate it. You can't imagine how much I appreciate it. But Faris, there will be a moment where, unfortunately, wait. Let me check if there are some audio. I can hear the audio. You want me to translate? If you want me, I can translate the press conference of Max Allegri. If you want me, tell me yes or no. I can translate really fast what Allegri is saying here in the comment sections. Yes, I know you want. So, and then I will continue to read you guys. 1 second, I will come back on Faris and Nicolotti and Mikey Mazzarese. 1 second. Check. We missed on a corner kick where we totally missed it, and luckily Szczesny was there to save us. But for the remaining part of the game, the team was really good. Also, to not let them go with speed. When we had to defend up front, we did. When we had to defend a bit lower, we did. We were good today. We have to give the appraisal to the team. We have 49 points. We have put the fifth one at 16 points, which is extremely important for us. But we have to grow still in a lot of things. The team already played in a much more mature way today, and I'm super happy about that. Dusan Vlahović is a lot more serene and relaxed now, and we already spoke with him. This morning I was speaking with him. When he entered against Frosinone at 30 minutes, he didn't really enter with the right rhythm. He entered because he wanted to do too much. He started to speak with the referee, and I spoke with him this morning. And when he's playing with a relaxed mentality, without troubles, he's doing much better. So Max Allegri is saying what we are saying here on the channel. Other question. Question about Vlahović. Is this the best Vlahović that we saw at Juventus? Max Allegri, it's not an answer to Lautaro Martinez. We don't care about that. He came from a really difficult moment where physically he was not 100%. He works to become better. He's a 2000 born player. He has 23. He will become 24 this year. He has time to continue to mature, to be able to manage the entirety of the games. I will continue to read that. Dan, Mikey, stay here on the channel because I need to read you. Cambiaso is a player that grew a lot. Intelligent player on the field. Big technique. I'm super happy about him, but I have to admit that I'm super happy about all the players now. The only thing that we have to do at the moment is remaining with our feet on the ground, thinking step by step. Today was important to win. The guys, they did it in the best way possible, but especially the spirit from the people that entered. They entered extremely well with the spirit. Milik, that scored 3 goals on Wednesday or Thursday, he entered and again he put some pressure, and that's where the third goal is coming from. We have to continue with that spirit, because that spirit, that cohesion of the team is the one that brings it to that point. The tactic, the technique, the tactics, all these things, but especially the cohesion of the team that brought us to make these 49 points. Other question. The next 2 rounds, Lecce and Empoli. Well, listen to me. I am not used to think and do these kind of mathematics. If we go over Inter, if we don't go over Inter, we have to play against Lecce, which is a game that is extremely difficult because it's a tough team that doesn't concede. They don't concede a lot of goals, especially in their home. Then, if we win against Lecce, of course, we will have to prepare the game against Empoli. But first, Lecce. Let's do one thing at the time. Because it's not that we can change a lot of things. We can't play 3 games in one game. We have to play game by game, one game by game. We have to be extremely calm, extremely serene. We played a good game. Now we celebrate, and tomorrow we think about Lecce, which should be the usual thing to do. Tuttosport, question. Evaluation about Yildiz. Is this the position that he needed to play, or are you thinking to play him in a different way, a bit more offensive even that he played today? And then some thoughts about Chiesa. Allegri. Chiesa is doing well physically. I'm super happy for him because we need him. We need the best Chiesa, the best version of Chiesa, like we need all our strikers. Also, Ken Moise will enter as well. Ken Chiesa entered. He did some beautiful plays. He had, at a certain moment, a possibility to score. I believe he lost just one ball in all. No, about Kenan. About Kenan. I think that he lost just one ball in all the balls that he played. So I'm super happy about how Kenan played today. Buonanotte. Good evening to everyone. Press conference is done. Oh, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but today I was translating faster than Max was actually speaking. Today I was on fire. It's not to say that I'm the GOAT, but my skills of simultaneously translate while watching the press conference, they increased a lot. Mamma mia, today I was good. So let me come back first on the people that made some donations, and I really want to read them, and also the rest of the chat. And then we go towards what he said about Dusan Vlahović. That is actually what we said today. How many times did we speak about his concentration on the field and getting actually too much excited and going out of the game? Super important. So Faris, I come back to you. Thank you, and I agree. Finally, our team is looking come back. Then that weak mentality games, I think that it can disappear only by winning, because winning helps to have that winning mentality. On the other side, I hope it will not happen, but I would be really curious to see what will happen if we lose a game. And hopefully, again, we will not even experience it this season. Hopefully, because it happens that you don't lose any game anymore. Will be extremely tough, will be extremely difficult. But I don't want to know how we'll react, because if that happens, that means that we never lost. On the other side, if it happens, I really want to see how you react. How you react on surprising moments that you are not expecting. It will happen. Then the team needs to stay cohesive. The team, if it happens, doesn't have to give up. Like we supporters, we don't have to go in that negative spiral of everything is collapsed and everything is destroyed. Otherwise, we are putting ourselves again in a situation of auto-lesionism, which is absolutely not great. Alexei became a new member of the channel. Thank you, Alexei. Again, welcome. And also welcome for 26 months now of Anthony Quintero. Buon anno, Beppe. Happy New Year, Beppe. Happy to see our boys with grinta. And today I believe that Dusan Vlahović showed a lot of grinta, and also Locatelli, Bremer, Danilo at a certain moment. Our cannonieri are getting back in form, all thanks to a solid team. Midfield and defense are a block. Well, speaking about the strikers, we said it. It was a problem at a certain moment, because if your strikers are not scoring for 2 months, it is a problem. And we are not speaking about one striker, but all of them. It is a problem, and it's impossible. Luckily, I said it, at a certain moment, we had the Juve of the anti-hero, with goals of Rugani, with goals of the players that you are not expecting. And luckily they were there. The Gatti goals, the Bremer goal, the defenders, but also some midfielders, with the goal of Locatelli, the one that is scoring not a lot per season. And luckily they were there to make that bridge, because the goals of the striker, they would come back. Today I made a short for Football, my other channel, where I was quoting the famous quote of 2010 of Cristiano Ronaldo, where he said, the goals are like ketchup. From the moment that it starts to come out, everything is coming out at once, and it doesn't stop to come out. Well, I really believe in that, in the strikers, that from the moment that they are unlocking themselves, they go and they continue to score. Now I have to say that it coincidentally, it started with the moment of Kenan Yildiz starting, because in the last games that Kenan started, in the last 5 games, well, we scored 3 goals with Milik, 3 goals with Kenan, 2 goals with Dusan Vlahović. If we are adding this one of today, well, we have 3 goals of Milik, 3 goals of Kenan, 4 goals of Dusan Vlahović, 1 goal of Chiesa in 6 games. So our strikers are back, and that's extremely great. I don't care about Capo Cannoniere, about being the team that is having the top scorer, it. According to me, if I know a bit the history of Serie A, when you have the top scorer with Juventus, you don't win the Scudetto. It happened in 2002, I believe, or in 2010, 2002 it happened. I don't remember by heart, but it happened with Trezeguet, with Del Piero, but I don't care about that. I really don't care. I prefer to have a team like in 2011, 2010, 12, where you had a Vucinic. I was about to say Vlahović. Vucinic with 10 goals, Marquinhos with 10 goals, Madri with 10 goals. I see, and then you had goals from Vidal, goals from every position, which I believe in 2011-12, every single player, they scored a goal. The last one came from Barzagli on a penalty. I really don't care about score. But of course, you need your strikers to score. You can't have them on zero. That's impossible. And today you see it's not only from a corner kick. It's not, because I know that some people are complaining about that. It's not only coming from a set piece, but it helps. And today it's coming from a fantastic, beautiful goal there. Sam Al-Hajari saying, please read my comment above. Let me read the comment of Sam that is saying, Ciao Beppe, what a Juve, what a mister, what a spirit. Looking back at Chiellini's moment with Allegri when he said, this is not the team. Now we can finally say this is a team. Actually, they said, yes, this is not a team, but actually Chiellini said like this to Mr. Allegri, said, this is what we are, which according to me is even worse. This is even worse, because he's saying this is what we are, coach. This is what we are. That's Juventus. And I remember it really well because it was Empoli-Juve or Juve-Empoli that we lost 1-0. I remember really well that game. Unfortunately, and what a disaster start. Thank you, Anthony Quintero. Mikey Mazzarese, it is great to see our strikers scoring lately and not having to rely on our defenders, which makes us so much more dangerous to defend. Mikey Mazzarese, yes. Then again, I don't care about who scores, but if you have your strikers that are scoring, it helps. Now we have 8 goals for Dusan Vlahović, if not 9. Is it 8 or 9? Wait, let me check. I think it's 9. 9 goals for Dusan Vlahović, 6 goals for Chiesa. 6, it's still a bit not enough. I think that he needs to score a bit more, Chiesa. But back from ACL, some games he's playing, some games he's not playing. But Dusan now 9, he needs to do better. Oh, I see Matt. I love to see a happy Beppe. Look, Matt is there because he's a Tottenham fan. Now he has Dragojin, ex-Juve. Kulusevski, ex-Juve. Bentancur, that scored that 2-2 against Manchester United, ex-Juve. Cristian Romero, even if he never played a game with Juve, official game, but ex-Juve as well. So it's already 4. Not bad, Not bad for Tottenham. Hopefully they will win the Premier League one day. I would love that. But no, I'm telling you, Matt, because I will contact you for my other channel really soon. I would love to have you as a guest extremely soon. If not at the end of January, I would love to have you in February. So hopefully you will answer my message, which you always do, of course. On Twitter. Can we have Chiesa? No, you can't have Chiesa. Nicolotti, and thank you, Mikey Mazzarese. Thank you also to Nicolotti from Switzerland. Maximum of like. Thank you for the donation. Like Dan Lepore. Ciao Beppe from Australia. Vlahović, what a spectacle. Because it was an entertainment today. I totally agree. The Dusan of today, ragazzi. Again, we were joking earlier with the girlfriend that I already forgot the name, Vanya, or I don't know. I have to say that the Dusan of today is the Dusan that we were all expecting, and we were not harsh, but I believe correct in criticizing him when he was not doing well. Now, since a few games, but again today, Roma where he didn't score because I don't care about the goals. Fantastic. And now I want to come back on the press conference of Max Allegri. What he said. He said, I spoke to him this morning. I didn't like how he entered in Coppa Italia at the last 30 minutes because he wanted to do too much. He wanted to change the world. He was again complaining with the referees. I told him, calma, stay calm and stay focused in your game. It is a characteristic. This is his personality, so he will always have these moments where he will go out of the game, where he will complain, and it's okay, why not? But it needs to be really something, the exception. It can't be something standard. How many times we said from the moment that Vlahović is missing a pass, he's going out of the game. He's totally losing focus. And he said it, Max Allegri, a few press conferences ago, a few weeks ago in 2023. You have to stay in a game because sometimes you miss a shot. But 15 seconds later, you have a second opportunity. And if you are not ready, you miss it. Well, today he spoke to him again. Fantastic, and it's not to praise also Max Allegri, but fantastic man management there. Fantastic man management there. But seriously, going to him, already anticipating the possible problem that he could possibly have in a game. He's speaking one-on-one, taking him aside. There are some coaches, they never speak with players on these matters. They speak about where you have to position yourself, but they never go towards behavior, to giving trust, to say, pay attention to this, to this. This is man management. That's really going to individual management. That's micro management. Because a lot of Maurizio Sarri, for example, is doing macro management. And he has his way of doing it. Here we are speaking about micro management, combining it with macro. And that's really, really beautiful. And I totally agree with Allegri, what he said. We spoke a lot about him. And I think that was one of the biggest problems that he had. Physical problems, of course, aside, was staying in the moment. AG saying Yildiz movements help Dusan a lot. Well, it's not a coincidence that our strikers are starting to score, all of them, from the moment that that Kenan started to play. First of all, because they feel the competition. And when you have that young one that is pushing behind you, you upgrade yourself. Mentally, you say, Mamma mia, he's stealing my spot. I need to do better. Mentally. Secondly, also because he's the one that is creating spaces, that is attracting. How many times Kenan Yildiz, that probably didn't score, didn't do an assist today, he had one shot not on target because he was deflected by a defender on corner kick, but how many times he's taking the ball and there is a man on him that is doing a foul? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, which means that he has already now at 18 years old, already the clear attention from the other defenders. And if we have a player that is getting that attention from the other ones, that creates some free spaces for a Milik, from a Dusan Vlahović or a Federico Chiesa. So I agree, even if they didn't play that much with Chiesa. I will go to the statistic in a second, Mark. Let me read first a bit of comments from people. Guillermo, Dusan have learned how to protect ball. Oh, today also there. Beautiful ball protection. I agree. Kenan confidence is at the max. Shatterstar, Yildiz causes for opponents havoc for opponents. He runs at players and force falls. It's true. Abdullah, the robbers run away and the guard chase. Allegri on the Scudetto race. Did he say that? I don't know if he said that, but you see. Thank you, Matthew. Massimo Lesti, Chiesa needs to be a 10 plus goal. I agree. I agree. But did he say that? Yeah, you are all telling me that he said that. Let me check. Can someone tag me in that sentence that I didn't hear because I translated the second part? Wait,
Di cacciatore?
Sì, perché sa che c'è la lepre che è davanti, il cacciatore che insegue la lepre.
Ma noi...
Come detto da Beppe Marotta.
Perché se c'è la lepre davanti, se c'è uno davanti, c'è qualcuno dietro che insegue. Come giochi guardi l'altro, uguale. È lo stesso. La riscappa, la riguardi e rincorri.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful one. They were actually speaking about La Lepre. La Lepre, that is, I will tell you immediately, actually, they started with La Lepre, that is an animal. That is the hare. The hare is running away. And then you have the other ones behind that are trying to catch him. And then at the end, he said the robbers are running away with the guardians that are running behind. He didn't say it in the press conference that I was translating. He said it to the microphones of DAZN. It's a beautiful one, huh? For once that we are saying that the other ones are robbers and not that we are called the robbers. I love it. Grande Max Allegri. That today in the Telegram group, people wanted to kill me, but today I said, you know what? From the moment that he will stop coach Juventus, being the coach, I would see him. Should I say it or not? I will say it. And you will probably close the live here, and you will say, Beppe, stop, go to sleep. You are sick. You have fever. I said, from the moment that he will stop coach, I think that Max Allegri could potentially be a really great president for Juve. Mamma mia, what did I say? Sorry. I said it. You want me to explain or not? Why? Tell me yes or no. Should I explain or not? I will explain you. I have already thought about it. Today I was explaining it because I always train with my son. And then I see his reaction, and depends how he's reacting. Then I tell you. Let me first say thank you to Tommy Trim. He's saying the biggest difference between this Juve. Thank you for 18 months, Anthony. Between this Juve and Juve at the start of the season, we are burying our chances. Forza Juve Sunday, we go on top. Mark it down. Grande Tony, grande with a beautiful motivation message. Jafar, 6 months with us. Looking forward to Friday's podcast. Before I explain, because I see that people are saying yes, explain Beppe. Not that they say, Beppe, you are right, but they want to hear what I will tell you. First of all, Friday, I can't wait, because I will be on the podcast with Juventus Club Svezia, and I'm super happy because we have an extremely big community of Sweden. And today I even heard why we have a lot of Juventini in Sweden. But no, I can't wait. I really can't wait. Then, of course, it depends on the question I will receive, but I can't wait. Absolutely. And then we do it with a win, which is even better. So I explain you in a few words why. Okay. Why do I see in the future Max Allegri as a good president for Juve? Because Max Allegri is someone that, at the moment we have a president, with all the respect, of course, to President Ferrero, but we know it, we have a technical president at the moment, member of the board, and we know it, they have put there to solve financial, lower things, all these things that are not the sporting part. At a certain moment, we will have to change with a sporting figure that understands a lot about football. Max Allegri, we know, he doesn't want to live in another country. He loves Italy too much. He doesn't even speak well English. He's studying, but he's not really speaking well English. If we know that he doesn't want to leave Italy, where will he go and coach? Inter. Back to Milan. Where? Napoli. Roma. I don't see him immediately to another big team of Italy. Why would he leave Juve then if he needs to go to another big team? Why? So, staying in Italy, not going to another team. Next year, we go in Champions League. Honestly now, because we are in a beautiful evening. Will Juventus win the Champions League next year? In football, everything can happen. But do we really have big chances to win the Champions League next year? No. You win this year. Or at least you compete until the end. He cancelled a bit the negativity that was on him the first year that he came back, the second year that he came back, because objectively it was not good. He cancelled it. He did really well. He again won his pride and his honor at Juve. Next year, you know it, if he continues to play, we do a draw in Champions League, it is over already. Allegri out. And we will not win the Champions League next season. Forget about that. Then miracles can happen, but objectively, we will not win the Champions League next season. We'll have to build again a journey to be able to win one day the Champions League, but it will be extremely tough. So, going again and making difficulties makes no sense. And if he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, if he doesn't want to go to UK, if he will probably not go to Paris Saint-Germain because Al-Khelaifi is the big hater of Agnelli. He has a fantastic relationship with Agnelli. He has a fantastic relationship with John Elkann. Don't forget about that. John Elkann, Agnelli. Who is the person today that knows the club the most? Who is the person at Juventus that knows the club the most? It's him. He knows the winning years of Juve with Andrea Agnelli. He was dismissed. He watched from an outside point of view the changes. He came back. He did really bad the first year. Second year, he saw all the off-the-field topics. He stayed there as a real captain. He stayed there. And he's there since now 8 years. is there since 8 years now. He knows the club extremely well. I believe that the management, if you're a player and you go to president, it's difficult. You need experience. But if you are a coach with that experience, smaller clubs, bigger clubs, winning a lot, you already have done a lot of management. You are able to deal with persons. It's also one that is able to speak in front of microphones. And not only just speaking, never complaining, but also in a political way, making that joke that is putting everyone alert. Like today, he said about Inter. Like other times, he spoke about other things. Like he's always remembering, we qualified on the field for Champions League. They took it away from us. But on the field, we did our job. How many times last year he spoke about, you remember the one with the tie that was blue of Napoli? He said, oh, you changed your tie. You put your tie on for Napoli. All these kind of things. I believe that political way, managerial way, he can be a really good president. And don't forget, in the past, there was one that from player became president, Boniperti. Boniperti was a legendary president. I think that he would really be able to do. That link between Andrea Agnelli, John Elkann, fantastic. And I have more things, but anyway, then I will speak here for hours and hours. Did I convince you? I'm not saying next year, but he can be a great Juve president. Max, future president. I agree, Beppe. No, Beppe. Yes, you convinced me. 3 options. I will add another one. No, you made it worse. Okay, 4 options. You can decide. Let me know what you think about Max Allegri. Did I convince you or not? Mohamed Youssef, 26 months as a member of the family. Thank you, Mohamed. Vlahović started to learn how to control receiving the ball that he was missing. Rabiot started to play a different role. He's setting back and distribute the ball around like the Yildiz combination with Kostic. Oh, that's a fantastic, beautiful assist because after Anthony Quintero, after your vote, I want to go towards the statistics and I will show you what I saw, especially in that first half with these combinations because it's a really great tactical assist that you are giving me here, Mohamed. Thank you for 26 months. I really want to thank also Anthony Quintero. Thank you for a beautiful donation. I gotta admit it, Allegri is growing on me. He is proving himself as a great manager. I always disliked his play style. I'm not a fan of Cortomuso, but I can't deny that he has given us years of solid performances. Juventus legend, I believe, 401 benches of Juve. You have Trapattoni, you have Lippi, and you have Allegri. Percentage of win is there at the top. Trophies. 3 coaches with double-digit trophies won. Trapattoni, Lippi, and him. Yeah, without any doubt. Legend, of course. Then you can like the playing style. You can dislike it. We will not change now from Allegri out, Allegri in. These are things that, the games that I don't like. But I think yes. I have no doubt about that. About the legendary status of Max Allegri. Thank you, Anthony Quintero. BT, I think it's a real love between Max and Juve. Yeah, he's also Juventino, and he reinforced that Juventinita even more already last year, defending Juve that much off the field, which was not even his task. He stayed there. He was about to leave, Juve, but he stayed to defend Juventus, taking all the shit thrown at him. And that's also a beautiful thing from Max Allegri. He doesn't care about what people are. Of course, it's affecting him in a way, but he doesn't care what people are saying about him. And that's an important one. Imagine Allegri being coach, sporting director, and president at the same time. I would not give the sporting director role to Max Allegri. That's something that I would not do. Otherwise, we will have only probably 40 years old player with a lot of experience, but probably they will not be able to run. Beppe, is it the first game that we didn't have a yellow card this season? I believe in Coppa Italia, the first game we had no yellow cards. Let me check in Serie A. In Serie A, every single game there was a yellow card, except of today. In Serie A, it's the first time. In Coppa Italia, no yellow cards against Sassuolo. Sorry, Salernitana. Against Salernitana, no yellow cards. So, the first time in Coppa Italia, the first one in Serie A. You're correct. What have you heard about the possible Pogba, Kittel? But I already said it. I already said it last week, I believe, when we were speaking about it, Juan, that I see all the rumors online and so on. I will repeat it because it's actually quite briefly. The entourage of the camp, Paul Pogba, they really believe that they can defend themselves. They have strong arguments, and they will go with that thesis that they can defend themselves, and they want to reduce that punishment until 6 months, which, if it's allowed, he could be back on the field end of February, maybe beginning of March. But the rumors are coming actually from the clan Pogba that is really leaving. Done. When people are saying he will be back, that's not true. Why? Because he needs to go in front of the court. And then the court can say, yes, you're right, you defended yourself really well. That means we reduce it and you can go back. 1. 2. They say, no, you didn't defend yourself enough, so we give the punishment that can go 2 years, 4 years. Or they can go towards the third option, that is, we need more time and we will postpone the judgment. That's it, not more, not less. People are saying, and I know who they are, that are saying to you, Pogba will be back. They have sources that he will be back. It's not true. Pogba have solid arguments to defend himself. That they believe that they have solid arguments, that's another story. That, yes. Beppe, what causes growing interest players from the USA? If they are good, they play. If they are not good, they don't play. Then, of course, if you have USA ownerships like Milan, of course, it attracts more because you are from USA, you want to grow your market and so on. But other than that, no, we see the players from USA that are also starting to grow, Pulisic, etc., that are doing really well, McKennie, and then you sign them, which in the past probably they don't had the same level, and then they were not able to play in big teams, and now they can. Kenan, don't forget that the next gen project comes from Agnelli, Cherubini. Don't forget Cherubini, because Cherubini was the first one that took care and had that idea about how developing it. We made a video together with Mo El Shahali on that one. So, yeah, of course, 100%. Dragonzotto sul campo. David James, gotta say, love the idea of Allegri in the top management after he has had enough of coaching. Always think a next winning coach is a great for higher ups. Cheers, Beppe, Forza Juve, David. Sagic, it's funny to see the guys who screamed Allegri out all the season are now in love with him. I don't believe that a lot of people are in love with him. You have 3 different people. You have the people that always loved him and how can I say, they always loved Max Allegri even when at a certain moment he deserved to be criticized and they didn't criticize him, and they will always love him even if he's doing bad. You have the one that always hates him, and even if he's doing bad or well, they will not give up in hating him. And then you have the people that are changing opinions. Sometimes they love, sometimes they don't love, sometimes they love a bit more, sometimes not. Then you have a 4th group that are the people that they go with the flow. Max is in, let's go for Max in. Max is out, let's go for Max out. So then everyone, who is right, who is wrong, who knows? Frabotta for president. Stay calm, Alexandro is back. We all know how much Max loves him. Cugino Eddie, I love the chemistry and team effort on this squad. I hope we just stand apart for the rest of the season and don't bring in someone to disrupt the vibe. Oh, important. What did he say? Our friend Giuntoli, he said, wait, because I saw that one before the game. He said, here. No. Here. He said, we have decided to close the market. We won't sign any player. We want to trust our players. This is our choice in this moment. Then you know it, huh? Fantastic sporting director. They are also great liars in front of microphones. Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. I think it's a great choice to not have gone for Henderson. I think that the criticism was a bit exaggerated, but that doesn't mean that we had to go for him. Then, you know, it's always from one total other side to the other extreme. We don't find, you know, the way to just stop and say, okay, we don't want him for this, but it's not Aaron Ramsey or the one that came to Juve for different reasons, for the salary, for the contract length, for all these kind of things. It's not because now we have a British player, he will be too bad with Juve, even if history is not always on their part. But on the other side, we always said it, opportunity, yes, but only if it's an opportunity that creates an added value to Juve. Otherwise, we stay like that because we don't want to disrupt the vibes in the locker room, like Cugino Eddie is saying. A player will come, It's Jallo. Calma. I will not, you saw, I didn't pump up the arrival of Jallo yet, because first of all, we have to wait until his medicals are done. Super important. Until the medicals are done, until he signs on paper, I will be still really cautious because I don't want another chic moment. Matthew, Beppe, what are your thoughts on Serie A potentially going to 18 teams? Mamma mia! As soon as possible, if we can go to 16 teams, I'm even more happy. As long as we don't do the playoff. I don't like playoffs. Mamma mia, I have a hate for playoffs that you can't even imagine. But no, 18 is a really beautiful first step. I've grown, I believe. My youth was 16 teams, then we went to 18, then we went to 20. 20 is too much, way too much. And I believe going to 18 is already a first beautiful step. That is much better. You have a bit less game, not that it will change the world, because you are missing how much? 4 games, which is already 4 games anyway. But it's especially, you know, energy management, but also cost. You have more gains because you split the gains between 18 and not 20 teams. You have a lot of advantage on that one, so I'm super happy. Again, if I tell you 16 teams would even be better if we can. In Germany, they are playing 18 teams, and I believe it's good. It's really good. 20 way too much. As long as we don't have playoffs. Playoff, I don't like, because then you are not reducing games. You're just postponing, and you want to go for marketing with only big games at the end of the tournament, which I'm not a fan of. For what reason? Because I think that you have different competitions in the world. You have a league where you have 38 games or 34, depending how many teams you have in your league. At the end, the one that was the most consistent wins. Punto alla linea. If you play a European competition, you play first in group stages, then you play it in knockout stages, and the one that wins, wins. It's a different competition. Playoff, I don't like because then you lose a game. It's less impactful because you know that you can recuperate in these playoffs. Now, this is something I don't like at all. Thank you for your donation, Matt, and thank you for your membership. 15 months for Samir Beppe. Remember this name. Victoria Gyökeres, 7 Juve. Victoria Gyökeres. Victoria. I already love the name Victoria, which means victory. Gyökeres. I already heard the name Gyökeres. Where did I hear the name? Gyökeres. I need to check that. I will write it down, Sam, and I will check. But I already heard the name of Gyökeres. I don't know where, so I'm not an expert, but I will try to check. For the Swedish people, if they are still awake, there is a guy, if we are able to do it, because I heard some rumors here and there is a guy, is named Bergvald. Is that Bergvald?
It's time.
Bergvald, or something like that. This guy Did you heard about Bergwald? Steve Cano, tell me no. Tell me. Bergwald. Wait, let me check if I can find back. Here. Bergwall from Djurgården. Yeah. He's young, huh? 2006 born. Lucas Bergwall. It's a talent, huh? Write it down, huh? I would sign with my blood to have this player. In 2021, the funny thing is, in 2021, he was already doing a kind of internship with Juve here. Look, that's the guy, the blonde guy here, Bergwall. Here he is, in 2021, with youth academy around the world, and he was there in La Continasa doing something. Lucas Bergwall. Remember the name. This is a name I want to speak Friday, and I will ask this time. Instead of receiving question, I want to ask, so hopefully they know him. Because this guy, talento. And Juventus apparently is in the race to sign him. If we can sign this guy, go highlight and skill. Go and watch Bergwall. People, they are not ready. For this guy, they are not ready. They don't know. I don't know if he will really come to Juve or not. Just a rumor. He's a player. Already 1.5 years ago, I heard the name. Not really linked to Juve, just heard the name. He was young, huh? And I started to watch a bit. I never spoke that much about him on the channel because he was not linked to Juve, so why should I speak about him? But I was observing a bit here, a bit there. What a player. This guy is strong. Strong. Anyway, but Victoria, I will check. Gazzo, 14 months with us. I enjoy 14 months of entertainment. Grazie, Beppe. And hopefully, Gazzo, we can celebrate this year. Hopefully, we can really celebrate all together. Beppe, ask the Swedish Juventini about Lucas. Yeah, David. I will do that. Stavros, final game of the season, Quintero, if I'm not wrong. Fagioli, he could be back Monza. Then if we play the final of Coppa Italia, I don't know when the final will be played, after or before. I think before, because then they go to Euro. If it's before, he can't play potentially the final of Coppa Italia. If it's after, he can even potentially play 2 games, or at least being there on the bench. I would love to have him on the bench at least for the last game, and hopefully we can celebrate the Scudetto together. 58% of the people, they said, Beppe, we agree with Max future president. 20%, yes, you convinced me. So actually we are reaching nearly 70% of people that are saying, yes, Beppe, Max Allegri president. 17 said no, Beppe. 5% said no, Beppe, you made it even worse. Let me check. Sir Raz, it's time for my Fagioli to come back. I need some return on investment also on the shirt. Beppe, when will you invite subscriber on the live again? We'll try to do it soon. At the moment, I'm a bit tired with the lives. Also because we played also a few times in a row now. But when I start again, I will tell you. Buonanotte, Luca. Buonanotte. Sporting 100 million euro for this Joker. And then we have a problem. Salvatore, this is the most complete I've seen Juve perform since 2017-2018. Now, pay attention. Don't forget, guys, that we played. And now I want to put yourself, all of you, with your feet on the ground again. We played Salernitana a second time. Frosinone. We played Sassuolo that is having a disaster season. If they didn't win against Juve and Inter, they would have probably been in relegation zone. These 6 points, the 6 points in total, are making really the difference for them. Otherwise, they will be in relegation zone. It's a team that looks like they never want to play. They never want to play except of these flash moments. So we played against a really poor Sassuolo, one of the most poor Sassuolo of the last years. Difficult job for Dionisi because every year they are selling him a lot of players. They are taking from other leagues young players that needs to adapt to a new football, to a new language, to a new country. So it's a tough task for the uneasy, but it's a really poor Sassuolo, extremely poor Sassuolo. That's something that I really wanted to say about. And then Frosinone, you saw it in the last 10 games. They won 2 games, they drew 1, they lost 7. 4 goals against Juve, 5 goals against Atalanta. Now the calendar, it's true what Gazzetta is saying in terms of paper, in terms of on the paper, the names of the teams. It's a bit easier for Juve now in the month of January. Why? Because we are playing first against, today, a really poor Sassuolo. Empoli, that should... first Lecce, then Empoli. And then we have Inter in the beginning of February. But Inter, when they will be back, they play, I don't remember who, and then they play also Fiorentina. So you never know what can happen. But it's a moment to push. But let's see what will happen when we will play against Inter. Let's see what we will do when we will play a lot of games out of home against the big team. Because the big teams, I believe that we all play them in our home. Except of Milan. Except of Milan, we played all the big games in our home. And the second part, we will all play them away from home. Which is good, in a way, because that forces the other teams to play. But pay attention, Ciao Beppe, any comments about Bremer? I am impressed. Bremer is a player that I criticized. I didn't like in the beginning of the season. He didn't convince me. I think he did a few mistakes, but it was really... I believe until the Sassuolo game, maybe the game after. And from there on, mamma mia, what a Bremer. What a Gleison Bremer. What a Gleison Bremer. Today, at a certain moment, he's going with an anticipation that was out of this world. But seriously, today was perfect on time. He was secure of himself. At a certain moment, we didn't even hear him. He was just there. And he was doing the job. And that's why I've put him in the top 4 today. Vlahović, Locatelli, Szczesny, Bremer. I could have put someone else, but I really wanted to put Bremer because defensively is incredible. Yeah, he's growing. Probably one of the biggest growth after Weston McKennie, because McKennie is incredible. Rabiot already grew last year. But from this season, according to you, okay, let's not put McKennie because he will win. Except of McKennie, who is the player that grew the most at Juve? Is it Bremer, that we just spoke? Is it Rugani? Is it Vlahović now with the performance that he's delivering? Is it Kenan Yildiz that from the first games where he played a few minutes, look at what he's doing now? Who is the player, according to you, that grew the most? Cambiaso, I see, Cambiaso. Neven is saying Vlahović. Cambiaso. Locatelli as well grew a lot. Cambiaso. Okay. So Cambiaso wins. Peniel is going with Danilo. Lilji, I agree with Bremer. Cambiaso is new. Yeah. I think Cambiaso, I would not... on the other side, he grew a lot. From the left to the right. To today, again, Mezzala at a certain moment. Even if I would say Bremer, I would go for Bremer. AJ is correct as well. Everyone is improving. And that's also true. Cohesively as a team, but also individually. Then if we are to speak, I think that McKennie, if I would have put McKennie, I think that McKennie would have won without any doubt, because McKennie è troppo forte. It's too strong. Rabiot, I don't think he grew because he did already that step last season. He grew probably even more in leadership on that one, yes. Growing, I think that we saw that big step ahead from Rabiot already last season. Ealing is not yet, according to me. He needs to do a bit even more. Mamma mia, you see, I have no air that is coming from my nose. It's getting worse and worse and worse, my sickness. Mamma mia. I don't know how I will do to sleep. Grande Ricardo, Australia is back. Back from Australia, where it's summer, huh? That's something that I can't conceive. Look at that. I'm destroyed. I have the fever. I have a cold. My nose, I have no air that is entering here. And then you have Ricardo Australia that is in the summer. Probably short with these Havaianas, with a cocktail, even if it's quite early still in Australia. At the bar, after all the people from Melbourne, they went to watch the game together with him. Thank you for the donation, Ricardo. We're the Vlahović haters. You know who you are. Vlahović, boom, fino alla fine. Look, this is something that on the channel I defended, I believe, a lot, was the fact that I was really harsh on Dusan Vlahović. Extremely harsh. But I always said, I'm not the hater of Dusan Vlahović. I hope that he will do better. And when the moment will be, because I was convinced about it, when the moments will be that Vlahović will score 2 goals a game, 3 goals a game, where he will deliver this performance, that doesn't mean that Beppe was wrong or that a lot of people were wrong about the performance of Dusan Vlahović of the moment that we are in today. Just that he was not playing well. And I think the maturity is to always leave that door open. At the moment he's not performing well, he's my player because he's wearing that number 9 at Juventus. I hope that he will do well. And when he will do well, I will not be here saying, but yeah, he's doing well now, but you will see in 2 games he will again have injury, or he will again physically or mentally flop. You will see, like the Allegri haters that always are there. He's winning because it's luck. Wait for the next game. Wait when we will play against an attacking team like Napoli. Wait when we'll play against a big team like Inter. These 1-0, they can't be sustainable. These unbeaten run, they can't continue. Of course, at a certain moment, they will be right. Of course, it's like a clock that twice a day, a broken clock that twice a day is telling you the right hour. It's exactly the same. That doesn't mean that you go towards being a hater. I would think honestly on my channel that if I start hating my own players, I have a problem. Then there are some players that you prefer a bit. You have players that you don't love as much as others. So that's, I think, a thing that we have to, like McKennie. I wanted to sell him this summer, and I think, except of a few guys, honestly, who was the person that didn't want to sell McKennie? I believe even McKennie wanted to sell himself from Juve last summer when he came back from Leeds. And now, look now, and I'm extremely happy. Like, I'm super happy for the performance of Dusan. And this is what I'm expecting from Dusan. And when he's doing like this, I am happy to put him man of the match. And I want to say thank you for Dusan. I'm not here to say Dusan, Chiesa, Kenan, they're saving the ass of Allegri. No, Allegri is able to put them in the best conditions. Now, at the moment, helping them when they are in moment of difficulties, like when Max is having a moment of difficulties, the players that are helping him because the team is doing well. And Taslima is saying, Beppe, I think all of us were pushing DV9 a lot because I think we're expecting more for him. And we were expecting more for him. But there were this season disaster performances of Dusan where he was not able to control a ball, where he went out of the game. And Max Allegri said it in press conference today. Exactly this. This morning, I had to speak with him, calming him, because the way that he entered in Coppa Italia was really not good. Because he wanted to do too much, putting himself pressure when you are winning 4-0. Calma, Dusan. Tranquillo, Dusan. Makes no sense to go and do this kind of thing. And today, perfectly. Rick is telling us also, and thank you, Ricardo. Beppe, I am very worried about Chiesa's contract not done. I think if he has fantastic Euro, he's may depart. Well, Federico Chiesa, I said it in the video yesterday, I believe. Or this morning, I said it. We are on players for free like Felipe Anderson. But there is also another name, Gudmundsson. Good season at Genoa, sorry. Really good season at Genoa. He's a really good player, 26 years. we have the growth of Kenan Yildiz. Why will Juventus sign all of them? Gudmundsson, Felipe Anderson, all the players that you heard in the media? No, we will not. But a lot of that will depend on Federico Chiesa. At the moment, what we know from Federico is that there were some informal talks with the entourage of Chiesa, with the management of Chiesa that said verbally, we promise you he will not leave for free. Okay? Which is already great. But on the other side, a verbal promise means in football 0. You know it, huh? Verbal promise, and then the day after it's changed, like Huijsen that had to go to Frosinone, then he changed his word. Like Juventus that promised verbally to stay with Dybala, and then they change their word. So it happens every single time in football, because it is like that, and the moment can change immediately. But we have that verbal agreement. Now, Chiesa has a contract until 2025, which means that if he doesn't sign in the next 6 months until the end of this season, he will be a player that will have 1 more year of contract. That means that after that year, he's gone for free. So if the management said he will not leave for free, but he doesn't renew his contract, that means that this summer we sell Chiesa. Worst case scenario. Huh? And probably not even with a high value. Then don't complain about Juventus that didn't sell him for big money, because we will not sell him for 100 million euro. A player, and this is statistically always like that, a player that is entering his last year of contract, if you are able to sell him, the value is half of what he should be. So probably you will sell him for 20-25 million euro. That's why it's important to have at least that 1 year extension of contract of Chiesa. That at the moment is not arriving. Will it arrive in February? Will it arrive in the month of March? I don't know. The good thing is that we are at plus 16 over the fifth one. So Juventus will participate in Champions League next year, which is, of course, a big one for a lot of of players that are asking to play Europe, the big one that is counting, because Chiesa doesn't have a lot of experience in Champions League. He wants to go there. He wants to play against the big teams. He wants to go on the big stage. But Juventus is already looking at worst case scenario. If it happens, we have to be prepared. The only positive thing is that today we have an unexpected velocity growth of Kenan Yildiz, because we were all expecting him to be a good player, a player that would have played okay, but probably not as fast as what he's showing now. So that means that Juventus is a bit less worried and probably have a bit less rush. Hopefully he will extend. Oh, if he doesn't want to extend, what do you do? Yeah, I think it's... but I don't believe it's the fantastic Euro that will determine it. Huh? I really believe that is himself. If he doesn't sign with Juve, Euro, not Euro, that's his one. Huh? Dusan saw Milik score a hat-trick and felt like he needed to score too as well. Yeah, but that's the good thing. Huh? You push each other to do better. You know, like me, huh? when I opened the Juve channel, I was alone. Only Juventini having a Juve channel. Then I saw other ones coming, doing great things, good things, less good things. And that pushed myself to stay awake, to do better. It's important. Competition is always important. So yeah, I agree. We are not haters. He doesn't play well most of the time. He's starting to calm down, so that is good. A number 9 should always be able to control the ball and hold the place to help the team. Chunky Slim. Forza Beppe, Maximo. You see, I can't... Look, there is no air. It's blocked. Mark asked me like 30 minutes ago, if not 1 hour ago, can we go and check a bit of statistics, Beppe? And as I told him, yes, we will do it now. So the general statistic really fast, because you probably already know them. Refreshing the page first. Well, Juventus didn't have the... first I want to show you this one that I really like, the momentum of the game. Look, this is exactly how I told you. Juventus starts the game. Here, 5 minutes of Sassuolo. We score. Juventus is continuing to play. You see here, we continue to play. No danger of Sassuolo. And then there is a certain moment here when Sassuolo is starting to have possession and start to put us in danger. Which I didn't like that fragment. Of course, it happens in moments, but that could have been a dangerous one. And then Juventus actually, against the story of the game, they have that free kick, what Vlahović is scoring. Luckily, I have to say. Because that was the strongest moment of Sassuolo. We continued to play, we were never in danger until that corner kick at the 46th minute. Second half, you see, both teams were neutralizing themselves, and when you're looking at the history, both teams, they scored like 2 goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half, so I was already anticipating a calm start of both teams, and that's the big part of the game that I absolutely didn't enjoy. Where Juventus, they are putting actually here a lot of they give the ball to Sassuolo, they let them play, and then they saw that they were not able to score because we were really doing well defensively, but I didn't like that part. Then it's Juventus saying, you know what, now we gave you our chance, give me back the ball and we will do it. And we were in a moment where we were really managing the ball with a lot of maturity, not really attacking. You see that the green parts are much lower until the goal of Chiesa, with a bit of a pressure of the people that entered from the bench, but it was not perfect. Then you see the general stats here where we won our duels, which is great because at a certain moment they were winning their duels and I didn't like it. 85%, 84% pass accuracy, 76 in opposition half. We can do better. Also there, yes, I am super pissed. I expect more from a team like Juve. And you see that when we have to build a game where we are more in possession, these are the parts where sometimes we are failing. Today, Miretti missed a lot of balls. Today, Wea missed a lot of balls. So these needs to be better. 12 shots, 5 on target, 5 blocked shots on that one were great. Then if you're speaking about these ones, and I know you like them, today was a pure 3-5-2. Today, no hesitation, no doubts about it. Today was a real 3-5-2. I see some comments in the chat. Zaccaria is saying, thank you, Fratelli, because I think that he asked a question. Beppe, please, how do we write the name of the Swedish player you talk about? Well, thank you, Zaccaria. And the people that already wrote it in the chat. Lucas no, it's Bergval, like this. Bergval. And no, actually, not even true. Oh, guys, you're it's not okay, huh? Only Garger was right. Bergval. This is how you write it. So it's Lucas Bergval. Double L at the end. Because here you see Bergval. It's not true. Bergval with one L. It's not true. It is Lucas Bergval. Like our friend was correct in writing it earlier. Garger. Ciao Stefano Testoni. Ciao from Montreal. You sound yeah, I am a total disaster. So what are I speaking about here? Let's go back to the stats. All right, Mark, he woke up for nothing. Here. So average position of the team. I will first show you because, you know, I always take the screenshots at a certain moment of the game because that's a stat that unfortunately I can't recuperate. I can't see only the first half, so I'm obliged to go and make a screenshot. Otherwise, I will never be able to see how we played in the first half. So, first half of Juventus is here. Up. Let me put it bigger as usual. You will see half my head for a second. Wait. Okay. Juventus with the black dots. That's the end of the first half, not the end of the game. First half. We really played today with a 3-5-2. More 3-5-2 than that, it's impossible. We played with Danilo on the left, Bremer centrally, Rogani there. But really high defense. Really high defense. Then Locatelli as a regista. Miretti, that was a bit lower today, with Rabiot behind the number 5 here in purple up. That were the 2 midfielders, so it was a 3 midfielders. And then on the wings, on the same position, you had Kostic on the left, and you had Cambiaso on the right side, end of the first half. And then on top, you had Vlahović and Kenan Yildiz. The big difference that I saw today was that we played in different ways on the left and on the right. I will show you later, like here. At the end of the first half, you see that we played a lot more on the left than on the other position of the field. When we were playing on the left, you clearly saw the triangles between Kenan Yildiz, Rabiot, and Kostic. That's where we were building up with a lot of combinations, with a lot of triangles, with a lot of dialogues there. One passes, controlled pass, looking for position, interchanging position with one that was going up, one that was going a bit wider, one that was staying a bit behind to receive that ball in case of. I really, really, really enjoyed the way that we were playing on the left side. Also, Kostic today didn't do a bad game. On the right side of the field, we were trying with another tactic. It was Danilo or Locatelli that went trying to surprise Sassuolo with change of games, with long balls, going immediately to try to find Cambiaso that with velocity was trying actually to surprise the defense of Sassuolo. It never really worked, even if the goals are coming from that right side of the field. But and I love that one because you're offering diverse solutions. I also loved, I don't know if you noticed or not, I extremely loved the kickoff of the second half. Juventus is in kickoff, and that's where I see Danilo on the right side before Vlahović is kicking off the game. And I'm thinking, did Max Allegri at halftime change the position from Danilo in the three-man defense on the left, asking him to go to the right? What is happening? Why? Is he scared about Berardi? Is putting Rugani about him? I don't know. And actually, I see that the ball is going from Dusan Vlahović, to Danilo, and Danilo immediately, boom, changing the game, trying to find Kostic on the left. It didn't work out, and then immediately Danilo is taking his spot. So also that has been studied to tell you, what people are saying, we study nothing, there is nothing, we never work in training session. These small details that we don't often see, well, that means that we are working on them. Ragazzi, I can't breathe anymore. It's a total disaster. It's getting worse with the minutes. It's full. I have no hair. I speak with my mouth that is speaking, trying to inhale air for I don't know where. Mamma mia, what a disaster. What a disaster. Sylvain Lefebvre, and then I will round up with Sylvain, with Chris, because, guys, if I have no breath, then I will die. Hopefully I will not die. I need to win a Scudetto. I need to win a Scudetto. Again, a great game. Thank you for the donation, Sylvain. A great game to watch, I believe, for big good surprises until the end of the season. So hopefully you're right, Sylvain. Get better, Beppe. I just got out of a big cold myself. But it started, that's crazy. I woke up, I had nothing, I had nothing. I made a video. You go back and watch the video. You will see I'm perfect, Perfect. Big word. I was good in health. I was speaking normally, and then I helped outside to take the groceries, and probably there, I don't know, I took my shower, I took my hair away, I shaved myself, and then I don't know, suddenly like 3 hours, 4 hours before the game, boom, I don't understand. Mamma mia, disaster. Anyway, thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. Juve Chris, grande Juve, forza Juve e forza Pepe. What can I say? Juve Chris. 6 months with us on the channel. Thank you. Hey, it's true, Maybe I need to go like our friend Dusan Vlahović. Remember when he was putting a vapor rub here? Do you remember that image? That was a really beautiful one. Marcello is back. Marcello. NASA et Rinatiol pour le nez. I will need it. I will really need it because... Mamma mia. Okay, give me one thing. Only one. I know that it's difficult because only one thing that you will take from this game that you said that's what I really appreciated the most. Don't tell me the win, because of course the win is always the win. But tell me one thing that you say, I think that can be the brace of Dusan, can be the comeback on the open field goal of Chiesa, can be the beautiful performance of Kenan, can be Locatelli, can be the saves of Szczesny that is really, really safety there. Can be Bremer, can be whatever you want. Can be Max Allegri, can be the post conference of Max Allegri, can be that quote of Max Allegri: the robbers are running and the guardians are chasing. Can be whatever you want. The grinta for Nestor. Ciao Nestor. Kamaboko, beautiful free kick, was really a beautiful one. The free kick of Dusan. Locatelli is a top midfielder of the world. I always love Locatelli. I know that Anthony as well. Vlahović can score with his foot. Yeah, it's also true. It's true because this season he scored a lot of goals with his header. Offensive is back. Also another one from Silva. I want to test also towards other teams. Where did actually Alexandro play? As a mezzala. Oh, good one. He played as a mezzala. Did you see that? Today he played as a mezzala, Alexandro. First, Cambiaso went to the mezzala after the first subs. Miretti out, Cambiaso went there. And then it was not Ealing Jr., it was Alexandro that played as a mezzala. Yeah, I thought we went to two midfield, but it's not true. He played as a mezzala for the last 5 minutes. Mamma mia. You see, at the end, we have our new midfielder. You were looking for Kefren Turam. You were looking for Samarsic. We have Alexandro. As a top midfielder. Hey, AJ, you see? He played as a mezzala 5. I said, look at the stats. I'm curious. Where did he play, Alexandro? Let's see if we are right or wrong. Wait. Show substitute, boom. The number 12. He played here. Wait. Heat map of Alexandro. Live. Heat map. Take away Sassuolo. Take away all Juve. Put just Alexandro. Hey, you see? Here he played as a mezzala. Then he went naturally on the left a bit, but he played as a mezzala as well. Yeah. Wait. I have to do like that. The first touches he's doing is here. Then as a mezzala, and then he's going again. He touched the ball like 3 times. Who touched most time the ball? I believe it's Locatelli. Let's control to be sure. I have no doubts, but 87 times Locatelli, 87% pass accuracy. The most precise was Kostic, 94%. Except of Alexandro, 100%, the goat of the midfield. Arkadiusz Milik, also him, 6 passes, 6 succeeded. But the one with the most was Filip Kostic and also Adrien Rabiot with 90%. Disaster, Beppe. The purpose of the team to win and make a statement. Yeah, also a good one. The free kick, beautiful long balls. Today we were really precise. We did not defend as much as we did, but Sassuolo didn't push too much. Beppe, oxymetazoline. But I have to pay attention because I'm allergic to certain types of medicine, but that could be. I don't take drugs, guys, so pay attention what you're telling me. The team is consistent and fluid. Good short pass. Payback. You were playing as a unit. Yeah, and he lost the ball. Diversity and creativity. Versatility of Cambiaso. It's true. He changed 3 roles today in a game. You were looking for a midfielder. Here is your midfielder. You wanted a midfielder. Here we have a midfielder. Carlo, ginger, lemon, and honey with some hot water will work. That's a bit more natural. I'm not against medicine, but I never take a lot of medicine. Hopefully not, AJ. Hopefully not. Let's not push it. Bye. Ciao, fratello. Thank you for a donation. Late to the live, but let's go. I will close because so happy to see us playing with precision and confidence. We have had to be patient, but our attacking game is arriving. Let's continue. Consistent, step by step, game by game, game by game, by game by game. Now, we celebrate. Tomorrow we rest. Then we think about Lecce. Tomorrow is already Wednesday. When did Lecce play? When was the game of Lecce? And now, because they played. Hey, we can't see it here. They played against Lazio. They lost 1-0 beginning of the game. They don't concede a lot, indeed. I don't know when they played exactly. Sunday? It's 2 days, huh? And we are traveling. That's even worse, huh? We are traveling to them. So, Sunday, that's 2 days more. We travel. Can't be an excuse. Huh? I'm not transforming myself in Maurizio Sarri, but, it's a step more that we have to pay attention. How we manage. And again, don't go with euphoria. Calma, feet on the ground, step by step, game by game, game by game. We lost against Sassuolo. We didn't win against Genoa when we had that opportunity to win against Genoa and go again on top. It was, I believe, again on a Friday. It was the last Friday that we played. Now we'll have the game against Lecce that can potentially see us. I think the Lecce game will be again another exam, another test for Juve. Because we know now, because today we did the job that we had to do, we know that if we win against Lecce, we are going on top of Serie A virtually, because Inter needs to recuperate that game. Will we have the balls to do it? Will we have shaky legs? That's another sign of maturity. Yeah, Weston will be back, Abai, without problem. Yeah, he will be there. Another sign of maturity. Playing with the head that says, you have the opportunity to go up, don't shake, head, and you go. Mamma mia. Okay, guys. Again, you know what makes me the most happy? When I see the live. When I see again that we reached how much at a certain moment? Nearly 500. I don't know how much we had at a certain moment. Well, I can't find it. But I think we had a peak of 500 at a certain moment, viewers. Nearly 473. 473 was the peak at a certain moment of the live. And I see happy people in the chat. I see people that are happy, that are, again, Juve is there, we are speaking. Because if you are too long in the waiting phase to rebuild, you are not in Premier League. You're not in Premier League. You will have always the loyal ones, and all of you will always be there when it's good, when it's not good. But then you have the younger generations, the casual ones, and if too long you are not in a top thing, then the problem is that you have people that are leaving, that are not there, poor result. Even then, if you win 1 game, 2 game, they don't come anymore. So it's good that we are back and that we see more and more people again gaining that interest for Juve. And some players like Kenan Yildiz are again putting the eyes of a lot of people towards Juve, and we need that. We really need that. I'm happy. No, I hate this kind of nasal thing. My son was doing that when he was young, a lot. This is one of the most disgusting things on earth. Yeah, it heals a lot, eh? Buonanotte, Stavros. What do you want all of me to go drunk this evening? Walid, it became like a habit for us to have that we have to come and celebrate after every match in your channel. Thank you, Walid. Today, you know what makes me also super happy today, honestly? That I was on the Juve channel, and for the first time, a lot of people, Italian ones, they were saying, Beppe, where can we follow you? We like you. Where can we follow you? It never happens. People are never asking. Today, Beppe, we like you. Where can we follow you? And they all followed me. I believe we went over the 28,300, which is great. Then they will discover that I speak English, and they will unsubscribe from tomorrow. But at least the interest was there, which is great, which is really great. Thank you, really appreciate it. And also football. We made a short today. Was not bad. That's the channel we have to continue to grow. Football. There we have to invest a bit. Also, we need some support from people. Well, we have 2 channels. Huh? This one we need to do a bit better. 1,316. We can do better. We can do better. Here I need your support. That's something that I need your support on. When I put a video, you watch in the shower. Don't listen to me if you don't want to, but at least play it, because it costs you 0, but it helps me more than you think. A lot. No, but I'm not going to say your channels will continue to grow. No, I need to continue to do good, but also I need your support. Otherwise, it's not working. So, did you see Chiellini joining LAFC coaching staff? What? And I heard it a bit earlier. I saw the comment from someone, but I didn't know. Also because Chiellini is not really someone that wants to go into coaching career. Wait, Giorgio Chiellini starts his new career as he will remain with LAFC as a player development coach. Club has confirmed. Oh, I didn't know. What will he do? Player development coach. What does that mean? I have no idea what he will do. He will develop players. I'm really surprised about that. But it's good, huh? Because it's experience that you are taking. Your bagage means that the talk he had with Juve, probably at the moment, they were not satisfying. Not Juve and not him. So we wait a bit. He gains more experience. Good. No, I didn't know. I will investigate a bit more. I will try to ask Romeo or other people if they know a bit more about that story, why or not. I will ask. No, coach, I don't believe. But then, never. He always said he didn't want to become a coach. That's why I'm a bit surprised about that choice. And then, let's see. Huh? And now, but Matthew, you can't continue to do a donation. I have to go to stop the live. I need to stop. I need to heal a bit, sleep maybe also. But thank you. Beppe, I'm planning to come to Italy next season. Thank you for the donation. Next season to see a game. Do you or anyone in the chat recommend where in Allianz I should sit? I don't want to be surrounded by Inter fans. Okay, so the good thing with Allianz Stadium of Juventus is everywhere you are in the stadium, except if you're really unlucky because there are like 5 seats somewhere in the stadium. But except of that, you have a fantastic, beautiful visual on the stadium. That you are on the first level or the second level, you have excellent view. The only thing I would not recommend is going on row 1, because the first 5, let's say the first 5 rows, you're quite lower, so your experience of watching football is really shocking. If you never watched a football game in real life, it's really shocking because you see the game not as on television. It's really different because you're really low at players' height and you don't have the. So I would say from the 6th row on, you're really safe. If you want to go for atmosphere, for ambiance, for partying, for dancing, chanting, go in the Curva Sud. The problem is that depending where you are, probably you will not see the game because they will have big, huge flags in front of your face. And that will be difficult. But I have to say, if you want to not sit against or next to the away fans, you will see it on the map. They are in a really small corner there next to Curva Nord. And if you are there, really there on Curva Nord, on the left side of the Curva Nord, it's a problem. Or the central side, really on the right side, then it's annoying. But except of that, if you are central, you're really good. If you are on the sides, on our side from the bench, you're really good. No, you have a lot of the atmosphere, the quality of experience the game at the Allianz Stadium is fantastic. Really, really, really fantastic. So thank you. Indeed, Mark. Amazing night for all the Juventini, but the small problem is Giuntoli's word. I was so excited to see Samardzic at Juve. It means that Udinese, they wanted money, too much money, and that at the moment we... You know what it means? I tell you my thoughts. Huh? It means that Juventus is on a bigger name, but that we are not sure yet to close it. But there are still openings and possibilities. So a Samardzic on a loan with an option, or with a better formula where we are not spending too much on it, why not? On the other side, I think that we don't want to close immediately the deal spending a lot, because we are on a bigger player from the summer in that role. I think. I can be totally wrong, huh? I can be totally wrong. Oh, look at that. Grande. 2 people on football. Thank you. I think that's the thing. And don't pay attention. Samardzic is a great player, great potential, a lot of things to prove, of course. Pay attention comunque to the entourage, to the management of Samardzic. Why? Because yes, they're great with Juve, the father, but on the other side, we know it. They already were about to close with Inter, didn't happen. Were about to close with Napoli, didn't happen. They want money here, they want money there. Pay attention, huh? Pay attention sometimes, because we always spoke about the mother of Rabiot, where I told you since day one I never had any problems with the mother of Rabiot. Never. Zero stories about the mother of Rabiot that everyone is speaking about. Zero. Here we are already hearing a lot of strange things, huh? Thank you. That's thanks to my friend Aman. Fantastic. In the beginning, to set up everything, I said, the colors I wanted, but then, he helped me a lot with the overlays, with the logo, with everything. So yeah, fantastic. Let's get that like count to 300. Oh, we are missing 5. Let's reach it, and then we say goodbye to everyone. Good night, Mario Sanchez. The boys today have redeemed themselves from that last time we played against Sassuolo. Yeah? Now, I don't want to make you having nightmares or be worried, but the last time we lost against Sassuolo, and that's where we started to do well. Hopefully, it's not because we won against Sassuolo that now we will start to have a difficult period. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can maintain that level. We missed 3 likes to have 300. We missed 1 like to have 300. Can we reach it? I think we can. Mamma mia, what a disaster. One soul that offer himself to connect with his phone. We reached it. Grande, ragazzi. I will not watch anymore, because then you never know. Thank you guys. Now we close. I'm happy. No VAR checks today. Oh, it's also something that is sometimes really strange. No VAR checks today. Grande Gerardo, buonanotte. Ciao BBPRTHC. Ciao Zaccaria. Ciao Chef. Ciao Mario. Ciao Hanin. Grandissimo. Ciao Matthew. Ciao Sasha. Mark Tarabai. Deepak Nair. Mahdi. Ciao Salvatore. Ciao Anthony Schifano. Ciao Matthew. Thank you to all the people that helped me. Neven, go to bed. Buonanotte a tutti. No, it was nice. I'm happy. Ciao. Buonanotte, forza Juve. Ciao. Oh, if you didn't yet, go to football and watch the last short that we did with Insane Juve about ketchup. Watch the last short we did about ketchup. It's a good one. And the numbers are not bad. We have 666 views. I don't like that number. There is someone that needs to go and watch the last short that we did on football, because 666, I don't like that number. Dai. Ciao Thomas Flackloof. Ciao Thomas Macloof, ciao Juve Pulse, ciao Fyodor, ciao Don Simon, ciao Styler T, ciao Andrew, ciao Walid, ciao a tutti, grazie, forza.